everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a great day. I am excited about today's video because I'm going to be doing a new makeup tutorial for you guys. I'm going to be doing my autumn makeup look and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and maybe be inspired by it to try your own or what have you. But you guys are going to see how I do mine, and I love autumn and I enjoy makeup. It's kind of a perfect combo for me, so let's get started. Okay, so to start out this makeup tutorial today, I'm going to get the hair out of my face because it's kind of hard to put on makeup when your hair is in your way. So we're just going to pin it back a bit because I don't want foundation in my hair. So now that my hair is pinned back, we can get started. So the first thing I always use is my Bare Minerals Prime Time, which I just use about a squirt there, and then I apply it all over my face, which just kind of gives me a good surface to put my foundation and everything else on. Okay, so once that is done, I am now moving on to foundation. I have recently started using the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the color Vail, which is light 4. I love this foundation. I used to hate liquid foundation. I only used the Bare Minerals powder foundation for like years, but this is amazing and it hardly feels like I have anything on my face. So I've been very, very impressed with it. So we're now going to apply some of the foundation. Right, and I usually use about a pump, maybe a little bit less than a pump, and I just put it on the back of my hand like so, and then I start to apply it to my face. So the brush that I use to blend in my foundation is this brush. It's a brush that I got on Amazon. I can't remember the name of it, but they have a lot of really nice synthetic brushes in there. And it is the BS Small Flat-Faced Angled Brush. And then I just use this to kind of blend it into my face. So once I feel like I have the foundation nice and blended into my skin, I then move on to a little bit of concealer, and I currently use the Rimmel Max Perfection Concealer, which is the one I've basically been using this whole time. I do want to start trying a higher end one, but I haven't done that yet. And I'm using the color 240, which is Fair Light Neutral, and I just put a little bit under my eyes, and if I have blemishes, I'll put a little bit on my blemishes, but I don't have really any right now, which is nice. And then to blend that in, I take another brush in that same set, which is the Face Tapered brush, and then I use that to kind of blend in the concealer. Okay, so once that is all done, I move on to a setting powder, and for that I use the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil and the Illuminating Mineral Veil, which is kind of an iridescent powder, and then I just use that to kind of set my foundation and concealer before I move on to the rest of my face. So I just tap a little bit into the lid like this. I use roughly about that much, if you guys can see that. And then I take my Sonia Kouchak number 130 brush, which is just like this fluffy brush, I don't know. You can find these at Target. They're also cheap and wonderful brushes. And I swirl and tap and buff. Okay, so once that is done, I can move on to the fun bit, the fun part of this look. I am actually using, I'm trying to break things. I am actually using the Too Faced Grand Hotel Cafe. This is their Christmas set. It comes with 3 different palettes, and the palettes each have 6 or 8. I'm drawing a blank now. I think it's 6. I can tell you in a minute. 6 eyeshadows, and then each one has a blush, one has a bronzer, and I've been loving these palettes. And I am going to be using something from all 3 of these for this particular look, so let's start. So the first palette I am using is actually the Gingerbread Cookie, and by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but Too Faced will often scent their palettes, so these smell exactly like what they are supposed to be. So this is like a gingerbread cookie latte, and it smells like it, and it's delicious. So in this one, you have the 6 eyeshadows and the bronzer, and I'm using a little bit of the bronzer right here, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. Looks like this. It's perfect for getting just a little bit of contour. I just like to do a little bit underneath my cheekbones. That's about it, because I am not about that Kardashian look, which is fine if you are, just personal taste. So I'm going to use this brush right here and a little bit of the bronzer, which is a nice shade of brown. It's perfect for my skin, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Okay, so like I said, I don't put on a lot, just enough to kind of give a little bit of structure to my face, I guess. I'm totally pulling these lines out of my ass. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm trying. So now we're going to move on to blush, and for this one I'm going to the Too Faced Peppermint Mocha palette, and this is what this one looks like, but I really like this pink blush right here, which is called Santa Baby. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush, which looks like this, and a little bit of the blush, and sweep onto my cheeks. So I don't use a lot, just a little bit, and then I take my Becca blush in the color Flower Child because it has a little bit more of a peachy tone to it, which I think is good for fall. So then I use just a little bit of this and then sweep a little bit of that onto my cheeks as well. I feel like it gives just enough of a peachy, pinky glow for fall. Again, I am just pulling these things out of nowhere. I am in no way an expert at makeup, but I try. I just feel like it's a nice fresh look for autumn anyway. That's just me. So moving on, I'm going to use a little bit of my Nefertiti bronzer palette just to add a little bit of more of a bronzy color to my face for fall, which I think is nice for fall. So I just sweep a little bit right here and then kind of sweep it onto my temples. And that's it. I don't want it to be too heavy, so that is enough for me. And then I'm going to now take a little bit of my Bobbi Brown highlighter and put that right above my cheekbones and then in my T-zone area. And for this one I'm using my angled face brush from that same set. And I sweep a little bit on and then a little bit onto my cheekbones. I try to keep my makeup looks fairly natural because I don't like it to look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, because I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, so I don't use a whole lot of product on my face, so I just use light amounts in case anybody was curious as to how much I am actually using. I don't do a whole lot to my eyebrows. I add a little bit of color to it because I get foundation on them and then it kind of makes them look weird. So for this I just used a Essence eyebrow stylist set, which you can find at like department stores. It has the only shade of brown that is dark enough for my eyebrows, and then I use a Sephora eyebrow brush and then just put a little bit into my eyebrows to add a little bit of color. Alright, and that is it. Now we can move on to the fun part, and that is eyeshadow. So to start out, I'm going to use a little bit of my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I finally just started using this past month, and I don't know why I didn't start using it sooner because it really makes your eyeshadow stay on your eyelid. I always had problems with it creasing and then by the end of the day just kind of wearing off, and this will literally make your eyeshadow last all day, so it's perfect and magical. And you don't want to use a whole lot because I've used a little bit too much before and it just doesn't look very good. So just use a little bit on your eyelid and then rub it in. Okay, now for the eyeshadow, I'm going to the Eggnog Latte palette, and it has the perfect colors for fall. It's all these bronze, browns, neutral green colors that I think are perfect for this look. So I've been using the top three and then a little bit of this one right here. So it's Frosty Nog, Eggnog Latte, and Iced Coffee, and it's like the perfect colors I think for this look. So I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Tapered Shadow Brush right here, which is perfect for kind of patting in the eyeshadow, and I'm taking my first color right here, which is Frosty Nog. And I'm basically just patting this on my lid itself to create a base. Okay, so now I'm taking my next color, which is Eggnog Latte right here, and I'm doing the same thing, just kind of patting it on to my lid. It's this nice gold pearly color that I really like. Now for my crease, I'm taking my tapered shadow brush from that same set. I'm gonna link these brushes down below. They're a great set, so I highly recommend them. They're really inexpensive. It's like 15 bucks for 15 brushes or something. So anyway, I'm taking the tapered one. I'm taking the Iced Coffee shadow right here, which is this coppery brown color, and I'm just going to kind of pack that into my crease. Okay, so once I have the eyeshadow on, I blend them all together by using the Sonia Kashuk, like this fluffy eyeshadow brush. It's number 109, and then I just kind of blend it all together. And then to finish off the crease, I'm going to take a little bit of the Cold Brew, which is right here. It's this dark shimmery brown color, and I'm going to put a little bit on this fluffy brush and then kind of blend that into my crease as well. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it and how it looks. I really like this color. I think that it's a good, nice, neutral autumn look with a lot of neutral autumn colors. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of fall and I really like it. And now to finish out the eyes, you can either do eyeliner or not. I've done it both ways. During the week I don't have time to put on eyeliner, so I don't do eyeliner and I think it looks just fine. And then on the weekends when I have a little bit more time to get ready in the morning, I will add eyeliner. So I'm going to attempt to do that right now. We'll see how successful I am because eyeliner is not my best friend, so wish me luck. I just have a handy little mirror here so I can at least see what I'm doing. I really like real thick eyeliner on me, so I try to keep it kind of light and just do a light flick, which is what I've done here. It might be kind of hard to see, but it's just enough to kind of outline my eye. Also, because I'm horrible at doing makeup tutorials, I forgot to tell you which one I'm using. I'm using the Bare Minerals Lash Domination ink liner. It comes in a felt tip, but applies like an ink, and it has really nice control. Okay, so that is the best eyeliner I was going to get today. There is one more step to the eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply a little bit of the color I used in my crease down onto my lower lash line. And for this, I'm using another one of the eyeshadow brushes from that set that looks kind of like this. It's like an angled brush right here, which is perfect for applying it to your waterline. And then I'm taking a little bit of the iced coffee and applying it to the outer corner of my lash. Now to move on and finish this up by using some mascara. I start out with the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Mascara, which looks like this. It's basically just to kind of get some on separate my eyelashes and get some color on my eyelashes. So we start out with this. And then to kind of fill out and lift my lashes, I use the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which comes in this set actually. It's the first time I've used it, and I really like it, so I need to get a full-size bottle. But it looks like this, and it really thickens up the lashes, and it makes them look nice and full. It's amazing what mascara does. I mean, look at that. All right, and that is it for my autumn makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoy seeing how I have been applying my makeup for the fall season, and maybe you guys can take some inspiration from it. You have to let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos, and if there's anything else you'd like to write down in the comments, feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely day, and until next time, bye.